The goat screen. The goat screen. That's your cue. We're so hot.
And we are ready to go now. All the crystals are in. SpiceWorld 2025 is behind us. But before we close the book on the tech show of shows, we have some business to take care of. So I'm bringing in the co-hostess with the co-mostess, Chelsea AF, and we're going to recap some of our favorite moments from the show of shows. Welcome, Chelsea.
Hello, hello, hello.
Yes, and we are going to premiere the online premiere of War of the SpiceWorld Movie.
Our blockbuster, this year's
Our
epic
yes.
blockbuster that really was only for folks in attendance at SpiceWorld. So now you get
Until now.
a little taste.
Until now.
A little taste.
Yeah, and actually
Man.
they're getting even more. Because if you stick around to the end of the stream, you're going to get the blooper reel from the War of the SpiceWorld Movie, where when you ask your coworkers to just like, hey, I just need you to say random stuff like you're glitching related to your job, they say some pretty random stuff.
Yeah.
They delivered, and I'm like, this is almost a movie in the movie, so I've got to share that as well.
Yeah, I know. I think you tried to get me to sing, and then I said no. So you had AI create a video of me singing. I'm sure that didn't make it to the blooper reels,
Of
but you know.
course not. Mm-hmm.
But if you guys want to know if it did, you're gonna have to stick around until the end when we show the bloopers.
That's right. But we want to pack some stuff in here because we want to create a little bit of FOMO to feel like you missed something. Because
You did.
If you were not lucky enough to be in attendance, the energy was. I mean, I've been with SpiceWorks since 2011, and we felt that old simmering feeling of energy. And I don't know if we had alumni people floating around, OG Spice heads. We had a lot of students that were like, what is Spice World? Like, what is this magical place that you've taken me to? They were
And
just like,
it was
Lord.
true. I mean, the students alone, and we'll talk about them more later, but they were pleasantly surprised, and they were very polite about, like, I think they were trying to be so polite because they were like, they were genuinely so shocked at like how beneficial the event was for them. And like, it just opened up a whole new world of networking and just learning and bacon. Really, they learned the lore behind bacon, and that is the most important lesson in life.
You do.
I think we can all agree.
You must learn bacon. But yeah, we'll just go through a few of the stats here.
Yeah.
I mean, we had almost 500 IT pros in attendance. We had close to 1,000 people, if you want to count, our tech vendor friends, our Spice workers, the great staff at the AT&T Hotel and Conference Center, just people that just were coming around like, hey, what is this? I smell some food. Just people hanging around. I mean, it was a good showing.
And the food was so good this year. We did not go hungry.
No, the food was on point.
Yeah.
People were just like, wow, this is the best barbecue you ever had. It's like, this is like conference catered barbecue, and you're delivering high level, like not Michelin star, but it was pretty close.
It did the
there.
trick. And, that is actually something I think, unless you're an avid attendee of IT conferences, that might be an afterthought for you. But at SpiceWorld, they keep you fed. There are snacks, there's drinks, like between every session, like you just don't go hungry. You don't go without caffeine, and it's just a perfect opportunity to also bump into people that maybe you haven't kind of seen in a while, or maybe have ever met in real life.
Right.
Man, yeah.
And gummy bears.
And gummy bears.
But yeah, to joy. It was epic. Best COVID yet. Best post-COVID event yet. Which that is a big compliment, because it's not easy since 2020, because that's kind of what had Spice World rocking too and made us go virtual for a while. So like we've been having that momentum because we're on the march.
Yeah.
To 20 years. We're so close. We just got to pull off 2 more, right?
Yep, that was our 18th.
No problem. But yeah, so let's start off. Like I said, that's going to kind of be the order of events. We're going to premiere the movie here in a minute, and then we're going to talk about some of our favorite moments from Spice World, and then we're going to get into the blooper reels. Does that sound like a plan?
That sounds like a great plan.
That sounds like a solid plan.
Can we talk about something we've never done before at SpiceWorld?
Sure. Yeah.
So this would be this year was the first year that Jeff and I actually had pretty regular live streams, whether that was on YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram. Jeff and I sat down with a bunch of people. We had a studio set up on site at the AT&T Conference Center. So we were doing live streams there. Did anyone in chat, did you guys catch any of those streams, whether it was on Insta or YouTube, LinkedIn?
Yeah, I know. I'm seeing a lot of people in the chat were actually at the event.
Oh.
So I'm curious if they were able to catch that or not.
Okay.
So,
well, I'm sure the video is on demand, as I like to.
It is. Yeah, it is on demand.
Boomer
I don't know,
language.
Mario, if you want to pull up that staff video before we get showing them all the video stuff that we had. I mean, we had a great crew of
our crew
OGs and new crews, like right there. Just that staff picture pretty much like says it all. Like we were hustling.
We were having so much fun. Can't you tell?
Yeah, we needed some wheelies on our shoe, and Rocky is one of the, you know, leading that charge. Has been to, I think he only missed 2 Spice Worlds. Like he's another OG. Like
he's been to more than me.
Yeah, which is wild to think that, like, wow. Michael said I tried to hide from them. So yeah, they knew when we were coming recruiting. You saw people when we were streaming, and they're like, "Oh, hey, there's Jeff and Chelsea. We're live." They're like, "I got things to do. I got stuff."
It's funny you say that because, you know, obviously Jeff and I, we've been co-hosting together for a long time. We've been working together for a long time. We've been making awesome videos together for a long time. And our awesome producer and director, right? You can't see him on camera, Mario. We've been doing things together for a long time. But when Jeff and I walk around the show floor, the conference at all, like we might be in between rehearsals or just trying to get to the studio or maybe going to grab lunch. We've got a lot of people that we end up bumping into and chatting with. And, you know, I think maybe that's the trick. Like when we have to get somewhere quick, because Jeff will stop and talk to everyone. And I'm like, can we walk and talk? Because I'm always like, we got to go, but I want to talk to you. And Jeff doesn't walk and talk. But maybe in the future, you just gave me an idea. I'm going to pretend we're live streaming because that might keep some people at bay when I'm like, Jeff, we got to be somewhere.
Maybe we get a little on the air swag. We're going to talk about the Huff's piece of swag here in a little bit. Yeah. But without further ado, I think it's time.
It's time?
Yeah, I think it's time.
We don't want to hold it back.
Yeah, in the inspiration of the infamous War of the World movie by Ice Cube on Prime. You didn't pay any money for that plug, but there you go. You're welcome, Jeff Bezos. Yeah. Send another person to space. But inspired by that, we're going to show you what we called War of the SpiceWorld movie. Check it out. How were to pull that off? Oh, hey Jeremy, I was just reading your SpiceWorld movie pitch, and I love it. I love it. It's epic, but we might need to scale it back a little bit. Plus, IT needs my help. They're shorthanded this week.
I love that. We can capture that feeling of impending doom.
Yeah, but I'm helping them with actual IT disasters. Just keep it small. You live in LA. You're good at this creative stuff.
But just imagine a slow pan across the server rack. You see smoke filling the air, and then a single defiant tech pointing at the problem.
All right, Jeremy, just text me who you want to be in the movie, and remember, no actual space battles.
Jeff, can you hear me?
Hey, Chelsea, yeah. Sorry, big IT problems, but bigger SpiceWorld movie.
Did you just say movie?
Jeremy wants us to make the SpiceWorld movie, but I'm helping IT out. They're shorthanded this week. Can you help me produce the movie?
Consider it done, Jeff. I could be the casting director. Who are we gonna get for this? We need range, we need emotion, we need drama. I wonder if SpiceWorks is available. And
Chelsea, focus. Peter, I'm glad I caught you. Sorry, I'm juggling this IT
Enhancing
outage.
cinematic experiences.
Peter, you made an AI version of yourself? Why?
Efficiency, Jeff. Maybe it can host SpiceWorld 2025.
Peter, nothing crazy. Maybe just a few lines about the state of IT.
Jeff, I'm on a call with support. Big problems. Also, I do not have time to pretend to be a space marine in Gemini's SpiceWorld movie. Wait, I think I just found the issue.
Arthur, what's the issue? Arthur! Ah!
Hey Jeff, just wanted to check in on the live events that we spoke about.
We want to lock this down by lunch.
Guys, there's a major IT outage and the SpiceWorld movie's falling.
Awesome, let us know when you have an update. Talk soon.
And just FYI, it's not really my birthday.
Hey, Jeff, man. I heard you're casting for the SpiceWorld movie. I see this as a real opportunity to showcase the transformative power
Ryan, I understand,
of
but
help desk. We just need to get product placement everywhere. Satellites,
I'm
space
losing my
stations.
mind today. Let me call Arthur back. Arthur, what the Hey, Kate. Hey, Nalay.
Is there something you wish to contribute, Jeff?
No, sorry. I clicked on the wrong meeting room.
Jeff, can you look into the email outage issue for us?
Yeah, I'm helping out with that. I'm going to see myself out. Okay, bye.
Random question. Do you remember that security outage report from 2019?
Tatiana, I'm putting out a lot of fires today.
Thanks.
You know what? I got an idea. Let me go to the SpiceWorld Movie Blockbuster archives. There it is. Zombie Hunters. What's up, guys? Weird question. We need IT heroes. Would you be willing to come out of retirement and join the SpiceWorld movie again?
I left the corporate world quite a while back, and I'm pretty happy on this mountain in my 3 coats.
Chris, how about you? I have a great idea. It's called K-pop IT Zombie Hunters. Fair enough.
Jeff, Ryan told me about the SpiceWorld movie. We need to discuss creative direction.
Why are you calling me from vacation? And you talk now?
I used artificial intelligence, my boy. Anyway, for my movie cameo this year, I'm going to need some goats from Eton, some inflammable baby oil, and a jetpack with a flamethrower.
SpiceWorks, there's no fire in space. Maybe we can figure out a moonwalk or something.
Grettler! Just a man I wanted to see!
Guys, please, I'm juggling a lot right now.
Where's the after party going to be this year? Don't leave us hanging.
I know, but...
Ah, it's a secret after party, like at a speakeasy.
Where's that going to be?
Jeff, what
Guys,
about
please,
karaoke?
calm down.
Are we going to have karaoke?
Guys.
Gosh, it's gonna be so good. I am so pumped. I am so psyched.
Jeff, glad we caught you. We need to optimize engagement at SpiceWorld.
Could you just shoot an explainer video by the end of the day today?
End of the day?
Thanks.
Jeff, is that you? Have you seen this outage?
Stop, everybody stop! Stop! Everybody's glitching. It means none of this is real. This is an AI. I'm in an AI simulation.
Simulation overload detected. Reboot recommended.
I'm in the system. Okay, what do I do? Need a reboot. AI, I need a prompt. Hello AI? Can you please reboot the system to fix the IT outage? Complete the SpiceWorld movie? Can I have a new shirt for SpiceWorld? And let's start the show.
So much fun. So much fun.
I hope you guys enjoy that. Again, that is a Spice World tradition, is to open up with a Spice World blockbuster.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Chelsea, you felt that. I talked to you a little about, Mari, about this. The whole thing about the magic of those movies is our community. Part of our community is the Spice workers as well. Getting to know who works here, giving a little bit of behind the scenes of who everybody is. So the idea around this movie was just like, let's get everybody involved again. And I hope you guys felt that and captured that. Mm-hmm. Not that everybody in that group glitches like that on a regular basis, but
a reality reboot button. Like, can we put those in the SpiceWorks marketplace? Do we have a SpiceWorks marketplace? We need one.
We will
for
need
swag,
one.
The sweet swag merchandise. I could go for one of those. And Jeff, speaking of like just bringing everybody together, and that's like kind of what we do in these blockbuster videos. Have we had Spice Heads in a Spice World blockbuster before?
Well, I think like Michael 7140 Hertz said, a life Slava finds a way. Mm-hmm. Slava has made his way into a few movies. I don't think Spice Buddies as a whole, but Slava was a background dancer sometimes. And we also had Glenn and Sammy, but not to the extent of where I almost were playing a version of themselves.
Right.
This was the heightened
Slava as himself.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was great to get them all involved as a group, to get them front and center at the front of the event. So like when they see the Spice Buddies on the screen, and then they're wondering if there's going to be karaoke, but at the minimum, you're going to find their booth. The benefit of having them on the floor this year too was huge. So yeah, but it was good. And yes, the bloopers are coming. Ode to Joy, they are coming. We're going to talk about a few other things. Because like I said, there were some... I'm going to let you guys see, but there's some gems in there where the direction I gave them was just like, you're going to be glitching, so say some glitchy stuff. As you know.
Yep. I was like, I am glitching. Is this what glitchy stuff sounds like? And then no, I just actually, it ended up, I think for my blooper reel, it's just me rambling, talking to Jeff about random things. And I'm like, do you like this idea? Do you like that idea? That's real life glitching for me.
That's pretty much what we do. It's just like, it's like, are you in the blooper reels? Just like my whole life is a blooper reel. What are you talking about? Like, it's just like I would have to have a reel of stuff when I didn't make a mistake.
What are we going to do next year now? Like
that's a big thing. We were talking about that in the crew next, it's just like, we're going to have to, you always feel like you do need to elevate. We do need to do some stuff and finding a way. It's the little bit of the struggle is just like with everybody being kind of all over the world right now. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have to find that way, but that's the best thing, right? Creativity comes from chaos. Chaos is a ladder. It was just like, okay, we don't need him. How are we going to make this work? I don't know, but we're going to figure out. So yeah, because spoiler alert, we're going to talk a little bit at the end. SpiceWorld 2026 is official. It's happening. No doubt, no diggity. A lot of you already signed up, so definitely stick around in the community and keep an eye out there because there was an on-site QR code, but we might be having something for our community as well early, so stick around for that.
Okay, Jeff, this just made me think of something. This is something Jeff could not do on stage, I think, after every presentation. And I don't, actually, I don't want to bias the audience just yet. Y'all know it. Put your ones in the air. What do you say? Put your ones.
Put the ones up.
Put the ones up. Y'all, anyway, chat, do we know what Jeff Grettler is talking about when he does this?
Put your ones up. You know where that came from? Where there it was birthed. Oh yeah, let us know in the chat.
Let us know in the chat. Because otherwise you could suck it. Because I think we all know what that means. No, we had so much fun. So I think this would be a good time to talk a little bit about kind of the show and who was there.
Yeah, for sure. Because we're gonna get to the bloopers, but the awesome thing is like we were all frantically, before SpiceWorld Showtime, we're running around like crazy to get things done. So, but the whole goal is for you guys to not feel that. We just want you to feel the show.
Yeah.
And I think if we recap some of the stuff that worked, you're like, oh yeah, that was good. So yeah. What were some of your highlights?
Well, I think the keynotes alone, we had some really amazing keynote speakers and panels. The focus for the majority of the keynotes, I would say, was AI. Here's one of our, that was our AI, generative AI.
Oh, yes, that panel.
And the future panel.
We had somebody from AWS, somebody from Aberdeen, Peter Bott, and somebody from ZD and our EIP and VP. Jason Heiner. It was a really good panel.
Great panel, talking about how AI is kind of impacting us in the workplace, or IT pros in the workplace, and going through all of that. We had Helen Papagiannis.
Papagiannis, yeah, who's fantastic.
She scared the pants off me because I am a little scared of AI, and I do say please and thank you to ChatGPT for when it takes over the world one day, so it remembers I was kind and polite and really grateful. But her presentation just went across, like, it was just showcasing kind of all of the modern AI technology, and I didn't realize we were so close to having like an AI a companion, like a physical AI companion. That doesn't look like a human, but
very close. I saw a talk, and they're like they had to do something to make it look like it was an android because it looked so human-like. And she really did get into that of just like,
and behave so human-like. It was the example was like a gentleman who couldn't find his readers, and he was making chili, and he was like, is this paprika? And the AI assistant was like, no, that's cayenne pepper, but that works in chili too, it's just spicier. And then the AI bot or AI companion was like, oh, and your readers, Jim, they're on your collar. I was like, wow, okay, wow. Oh, and then, oh my goodness, the AI generated images, which are getting hard. Like, I definitely fall for some videos on Instagram, like, wow. And then I send it to everyone I know, and then I read the comments, and like, AI got us again. And I'm like, AI really got me again.
Yep. And apparently that was not a cat with a katana sword on your ring camera.
It looks so real, though. It looks so real.
One of the big things that Ode to Joy just brought up that she just loved, that was really important for all of us for many, many different reasons, was Jen's keynote.
Yes.
That worked out so well just for all of us, for her.
The mother of SpiceWorld, Jen Slasky.
Jen Slasky, the anti-tech but tech lover who had to convince the four founders, like, this community would love an in-person event, and they were like, oh, I don't know, they're all pretty introverted. And she's like, no, trust me, they will. And then 18 years later it happened, and she got into that of just like why she believed that. Not
18 years later, we're still doing it.
We're still doing it, but getting into the science behind it now, because she just went ahead and became a psychiatrist while she, in her spare time, a therapist, and to just understand the neuroscience. Mario, I think we have a clip of that. You want to play that clip from Jen's keynote? So for people, we're just going to give you a little teaser,
a little taste
of what you missed here with Jen's talk. So check this out.
And so, spoiler alert is, you all are the magic. You're the magic that makes SpiceWorks what it is. You're the magic that makes SpiceWorld what it is. Like, you human beings. And I'm going to come back to this picture, but these are some of my new friends from last night. When I sat down, actually not knowing a lot of people at the tables, and I was feeling all sheepish, and sure enough, I sit down with a group of new friends, and really within 30 minutes, my heart just felt full, and I didn't want to leave. I was actually late for the alumni reunion, and everybody's texting me, like, where are you? And I'm like, I'm at SpiceWorld, where are you? So here's where we're going today. We're going to talk a little bit of history on SpiceWorld. Jeff mentioned it. But I think it helps to hear some of these things to be reminded of like where we come from, because I think it will help you appreciate even more what a remarkable accomplishment it is that the team now, X amount of many years later, 18 years later, has kept true to that, has kept the Kool-Aid going, has kept this authenticity and this human factor that you feel and that you appreciate, and you know it's different than the other tech companies you work with and the other tech conferences you go to. And then we're going to shift in a little bit of the nerdy, like neuroscience of what is it that's going on? Because it is interesting to really like understand how the magic happens, right? What's going on in our operating systems? See what I did there? I snuck in like a little tech reference, like so you would feel like, okay, like, but I know it probably like, I might have got that wrong. But, and then we're going to talk about how can you take it home? Because it's always like you're on a high and you leave, and then it's like womp womp, like, oh, and the next day you kind of can feel like a little bit of postpartum after SpiceWorld. It's a thing.
Oh, yes. So, yeah, again, that's just a little clip of just really she drove home what the SpiceWorks community is. And when I say community, I include us, I include former Spice workers, I include obviously our Spice heads and our tech vendor friends in there of just like how important. But for her to get into the science of that was pretty awesome. I'm gonna pull the curtain back a little bit here too. If you were at the event, we are working on a way for you to view some of these keynotes, just in case you were off doing other things or you missed it. We're going to do it. And then if you weren't at an event, we're also going to hook you up too. So just stay tuned to the SpiceWorks community. We're finding a way to give you some of the stuff if you couldn't make SpiceWorld in person, because not everybody can make it, right? We have a lot of our friends in London that can't make it over. So if there was a way that we can share a little bit of that experience, just to remind them like how important is that community to us. And to, like you see with Jen years later, how did you feel seeing that speech from Jen?
Oh my goodness. I worked at SpiceWorks full time in its heyday. I remember when we win all those awards for the best, just best workplace in Austin. And it really, the culture as a Spice worker, so working there was just amazing. And it was like my first real job. And I was like, this is what working, like, what do people complain about? Because it was just awesome. And Jen really, like, especially seeing Jen and hearing her speak, and like some of her presentation was just going way, way back in the community, even like the old like interface, the way like posts used to look. I'm just like, wow, like it was just, I was transported back in time, and it really hit home. Like it just unlocked that memory of like, Jen Slasky was like the heartbeat of the SpiceWorks work culture. And then it really just drove home like, oh yeah, and she was like the heartbeat behind the community. And eventually, obviously as people, you build it and they will come, we were discovering like, okay, you guys, self-proclaimed Spice heads. We have the mascot came from the community, and it just kind of, I think, just all was built on love and support and like just appreciating everyone's differences. And then I don't know, it just like really brought it all home. And I think I think it's pretty safe to say there wasn't really a dry eye in the house. Jen definitely brought out a lot of feels during this presentation. I mean, even Jeff, Jeff was introducing Jen. Like this was before Jen even started her presentation, and we had to get off the stage pretty quickly because, it was emotional. It was very exciting.
Get emotional thinking of it. Yeah.
Yeah. It was just great to have her back, and great to kind of revitalize those feelings. Because I think, to Joy's point, like, since COVID, like things were a little different, and I think it's kind of showing that the community, SpiceWorks is kind of like getting, finding its groove again.
Yeah, and just again very prophetic of that. Back in 2008 for her to be saying, "Let's do this," and fast forward to 2025 in a tech, an online world filled with a lot of negativity. a lot of AI slop. You know, I'm proud that our community really is probably one of the most human communities out there, right? That and the most positive and supportive communities out there. And we're gonna need each other now more than ever, as we're surrounded by cats with the katana swords, right? And a lot of fake stuff. Having that really did drive it home. And Helen said something at the end of her keynote, Dr. Helen Papagiannis, and Jen said the same thing. Of just like, before we jump to AI, just like use your human portion of, you know, of your mind before you jump to that AI. And remember, it's just a tool, it's not a takeover. So to have that, and then having that in person with SpiceWorld, really is just like, now more than ever, I feel like we're set up for strength, you know, going forward in the future with more live events, because we're working on more live events. You know, we're working on SpiceWorld for next year. We're working SpiceWorld other places. Road to SpiceWorld, as you saw the live stream, we're talking about doing that in person so we can come to you if you can't come to us. So we really have a lot of stuff that we're cooking up, and we can't do it without the humans that is behind the SpiceEds community.
And I'm going to say one thing. I just want to say, like, thank goodness we have humans like Jen and Helen and Jeff and Mario here who, you know, we're hitting that reality reboot button, right? They're bringing us back to reality. They're reminding us, no, like, humans are still really vital, and the connections that we form are so vital, which I think also speaks to why the SpiceWorks community is still thriving so much. It doesn't matter if, you know, you're introverted or snarky. We're still humans, and we still like to talk to each other, and we still like to build those connections. And I feel like, I mean, I say this every year, like, SpiceWorld is my favorite time of year. It feels like a family reunion every time I go back. Yes, it is a whirlwind. Yes, you know, it's like I'm mostly running on pure adrenaline when I'm at SpiceWorld, but it's just like such a joy to see everyone and just watch people experience each other. And, you know, I know that I don't get a chance to talk to everyone, especially one-on-one, but like just getting to watch people in the SpiceWorld environment, like, it's just pure joy. Like, everyone's just happy, and like, just like, I think I want to say it was Sammy P who put it this way, like, SpiceWorld is a chance for him to kind of recharge every year. Like, this is enough fuel to get him through the rest of the year attending this event. Like, whether it's in learning or just those connections, like, it's just kind of like just food for your soul.
Yeah.
So SpiceWorld 2026. I can't wait.
Yeah, he also got emotion. We did some really cool testimonials, because we do want to hear, you know, it's one thing to hear it from us, right? And we're gonna preach it. But when we hear it from the rest of you out there, of just like how important it is, and we had how important SpiceWorld is for you. We had the benefit of doing, you know, speaking with Mike. What's up, Mike? I see you're there in the chat. We had Big Ben, you know, so it's here from the vendor side. But then we also, this year, we did something different. We wanted to get the student experience. So we did a few testimonials. Let's talk a little bit about that. I think Mario's got a picture of some of the starry-eyed students walking around SpiceWorld that were just like, whoa, look at this, just like that. Yeah. That's our boy from Cabo Bob's, and that's Keaton, who I used to drive to school when he was kindergarten. I'm like, oh, you're getting into tech? You're coming with me. And like, he just kept coming up to me all night. He's like, what is this? Like, is this what you've been doing your entire time I've known you since I was a kid? It's just like,
pretty cool, huh?
Yeah. And then he was just like, oh, I've talked to vendors and they actually acknowledge me. And they're like, oh, what year are you at? Or just like, where are you looking for a job? He's like, I thought they were just going to come and start selling us stuff. He's like, and I was like, no, that's not how our community works, right? We do know that eventually there's going to be the transactions that happen, right? Because that's what we do. But there's a trust level that's built, and the way to get, you know, make hay in our community is to get to know each other. So he was floored by that. That are like, yeah, they were asking me just like, when it's time for internship, you know, to hit us up and they'll see what we can do. And he was just like, he didn't know what to make of that.
Yeah, I think especially with the younger generations, you know, I'm not like so old, but I just think. I think, you know, growing up in the advent of AI, and like, I mean, I didn't always have the internet. I didn't always have the phone, like a smartphone, but everyone younger than me has. And like, while it's made you, while you have access to more information, you're somewhat further apart from other people. So I was finding with some of the students, I think they were just shocked by the sense of community and support, like, that was freely given. Like, that was one thing that a couple of the students from UT were mentioning. Like, they were very polite about it. They were just like, we are so surprised. Like, they did not expect people to like want to talk to them, want to help them, want to guide them, or just eager to learn about where they're at in life and what they want to do. I was like, yeah, that's the benefit of a human community that like
community
just supports each other.
and so that's a testament to our community of just like for being so supportive and bringing stuff in. And to me as well, and obviously to you as well, right? These live streams are a chance for us to commune. Obviously we can do it in topics all day, but these live streams are important too. I feel like bringing that community life, bringing in other people to talk. We got a surprise at the Spice World this year that we didn't, based on our Halloween road to Spice World stream. Mario's got a picture of that. I remember I just made a quick offhanded comment of just like, hey, here's these eyeball gummies that we ate. I'm going to bring these to Spice World. If you're watching this show, come on and find me and ask for the gummies. So I had somebody come up and ask me for gummies, and my mind went somewhere else. It
was very on the lowdown. I was there. The guy was like, hey, you got those gummies? I was like,
and then you're like, Jeff, what are you doing? And I was like, I swear I did it. And then our buddy Alex, all of a sudden he made it clear. It's just Alex was just like, I don't know if you're in the chat right now. He's like, no, from the Halloween stream, you and Chelsea were eating weird candy and you had these eyeballs. So I was like, of course we're going to give you, and I did have them, true to our word. I was like, but now we got to take a picture with this as well, because we need the yes, Alex, yes, you did find me. So we appreciate that. And we had some cool pics, but it was good.
We're like, oh, they listen to what we say on the stream.
Yeah, because again, I feel like the stream is part of that community that we get to actually chat along with you.
Yeah, I think you like creating the road to Spice World this year. I thought that was so fun. Like to just get everyone so excited for the event. Maybe like it was good for folks that had never heard of it before, which I feel like that's hard to do if you're in the community. But like I think it was just like such a great way to get us all really excited for the show. And I'm glad that we got to do it.
I'm glad I did too. I just feel like there's a lot of stuff we hear behind the scenes. And I'm like, I wish we can share this with our community. And I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in a position now where I can share this with the community. So it's like, Mario, we're going to do this. Chelsea, we're going to do that. And we do. And look, now Mike, our buddy Mike, is just like, can we sponsor those gummies next year? Absolutely. We can get some eating gummies for the Halloween show. But yeah, it was fun. It's, again, bringing it to life. But Chelsea, tell me a little bit about, because you got to take place in something that I was off doing something else. Tell me a little bit about your experience with our pal Sin and the Spice Buddies. So let's chat a little bit about that before we get to the bloopers.
Okay, so I got to sit down with Cynthia. I actually there probably will be a video because there was a video interview.
It's on the YouTube on
perfect.
demand.
It's already out.
Yeah,
it's already out. Okay, great. I haven't seen it, but if you have, then you know how awesome it was and how awesome Cynthia is. Shout out to Cynthia. After 10 years, we finally had a chance to really get to know each other. We took prom photos after. I got lots of hugs. I was just like so great. And then Cynthia also hosted. I think this was her third Women in IT session. I got to sit on that. I had a question that was burning on my mind that the whole room helped answer. And like, it just like, there were just so many great sessions going on during Spice World. But as one of the co-hosts, I don't often have the chance to attend as many as I'd like. But I'm so glad that Cynthia and I got to get some quality one-on-one time. And then I got to stop by that Women in IT session because it's really, I mean, it's just so important, I think, to recognize the women that are behind the scenes and in the industry, what they're doing, and kind of what they're experiencing in the workplace. And, this is not like, it's one of those sessions too, where all are welcome, men and women,
right.
Everyone is welcome in that session and their voices should be heard. So it's just great that she was supporting that, as she supports so many other things. I think she runs like 7 or 8 Spice Cores.
Spice Cores.
She's got her own healthcare MSP, WD.
Leading the Spice Buddies. And she's home right now, so feel better, now. Sin. She's home.
Hi, Sin.
She's laying on the couch, I think, relaxing. She earned.
Yeah.
She was also very, very busy.
And I got to sit down with Todd from Rippling IT, and of course Mike from Eaton, who's in chat. So I just had lots of good like one-on-one conversations. Those of course were on video, but just bumping into folks as we're walking through the halls. I got to see faces I have only engaged with like via email, and I was like, wow, this is like at SpiceWorks. So a lot of really cool,
Those
cool
are fun.
connections.
Again, we talked about this on the Road to Spice World stream of just like when you have that moment of like, oh, you're so and so, whether it's a spy, because even our spice workers have that, like, oh, you're so and so. I never met you in person.
Yeah.
We get that in the community all the time, so it's great. And Michael, yeah, we're not going to let these live streams die after Spice World 2025. We're going to keep trucking for sure. So don't worry about that because again, because of these, we love having those aha moments, as we put it. One more thing before, if it's okay, if you guys are good, before we get to the bloopers, Chelsea, there's, I wanted you to do a little bit of swag show and tell, because there was a piece of swag that was not official, that should become official, that kind of stole the show, and you're kind of seeing it everywhere. We revealed here with our buddy Mike and Slava on the stream, we did the reveal of the Spice Buddies challenge coin, right? Which we did that reveal here. But then we're sitting there, and I walk in on like day one, and I see somebody standing near the elevator, and I turn and I was just like, whoa, that's the Huff. And I was like, Huff, what do you got on your neck? And then all of a sudden he's like, Flavor Flav. He's got this crazy challenge coin that's so huge, and you wear it on your neck. And I don't literally, as soon as I had it, it stayed on me until I may even wore it driving home.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like a fantastic piece of swag.
And it was undeniable. Everyone that saw this giant bad boy was like, I need one of those. So yeah, thank you, Huff.
Yeah, thank you, Huff. And we're cooking up some stuff, and he's already, I put in the request, I need the spinner belt like John Cena. I talked about some LEDs we can add.
Oh yeah, we need, like, we're on the air.
Yeah.
Like, we're live.
Yeah, so we're working on some stuff for Spice World 2026 that we're going to make exclusive.
Look at this.
And then, of course,
ducky.
Mike promised ducks, and he delivered devil ducks.
Ducks. I got this at the Spice World party, the post party.
Yeah, there was
like a little fishing.
Oh, you did the fishing one. That's right. You did the hook on there.
Yeah. Thankfully I had my honey hooked the fish because I couldn't do it.
The honey hooked the fish.
SpiceWorks
Plushies. Yeah, we actually took some of the plushies and we were throwing them into the crowd this year during the raffles. Usually it's just T-shirts, but we got to do the toss of the Rex.
One very functional piece of swag for me, because I do have like a smaller laptop, and I always just throw it in my backpack or something. Now I have a cover from Rippling.
Oh, yeah.
They were actually embroidering them, but again, as one of the hosts, like just running around, I didn't really have time to get it embroidered, but that was a cool piece of swag.
Yeah, they were really good, and she was working hard, man. She was hustling. She probably had, hey, can you go to like a trade show and embroider a few bags? And she was like, yeah, I'll be fine. And she was like,
yeah,
like she was going to town.
There was a point that that woman had like an hour queue. She's like, sorry, I can't take any more orders. I got these for the next hour. I'm like, okay. So lots of fun swag. We also had a really awesome, at every Spice World, if you haven't been in attendance, we do like a pseudo scavenger hunt throughout the event where you're encouraged to go visit all of the vendor booths, talk to them, see what's going on, and you get like a stamp, your passport to prizes, so to speak. And at the end of the show, the vendors have sponsored some really awesome gifts. Like we've seen like giant Lego sets in the years past, gaming chairs.
Oh yeah, car.
Yeah, you get a car.
We did a car one year.
A car one year. So this year, when we're announcing, like when we call your name, if you're a winner, Jeff and I usually have you guys shout something out. And in the spirit of Eaton's party theme and also their booth theme, it was all centered around goats, as I'm sure you know all about. So Jeff was a little reluctant, right? When I suggested that maybe if we call your name as a winner, winners have to scream out with their best goat scream.
Right. No.
And Jeff's like, well, maybe we could say that, but then we could also say, if they don't want to scream, they could go bleep, bleep, Spice World. And I was like, well, what do you think they're going to want to do? And, you know, I think you were pleasantly surprised.
I was humbly surprised at how well the goat screams went over.
We did it as
we had all different types of goat screams. Mm-hmm. You know, and AT&T played along with us, like, sure, we'll find a few sample goat screams.
It was awesome.
And they pulled them up. So that was well done. And thank you, Mike. I think Mike is great. Like, he just posted his coins in the chat. He's great for creating something. And I feel like Spice,
Iconic.
Yes.
Mike
I feel
is
like,
iconic.
Yes. Spice Goat now I feel like is a thing.
Yep.
Devil Goat, whatever you want to do, eating goat. I mean, you can have all types of goats now. I feel like, we already got the Rex, we got the bot, we got the duck.
Yep.
I think now we got the goat.
Now we got the goat.
Now we got the goat made by the goat. So well done. There's a few pictures and so we have the SpiceWorks sweater, which Sean wore. That was pretty dope. There's a picture of that in the chat.
Oh, let me see. Okay.
That was, there's some good stuff in there. But yeah, again,
and Sean had another great shirt.
he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a nice Western style riding an orange T-Rex.
Oh, and yes, Z Hazy was hanging out in, we have a Birds of a Feather lounge where you could just kind of relax, put your feet up, maybe continue a networking conversation, exchange notes from a session. Z was holding it down at the Birds of a Feather lounge where there was even more swag. Oh, how did I forget my bacon sash? I have like a sash.
You were wearing that sash the whole time. So shout out to Z. She's out there. When I walked into that Birds of Feather lounge and I saw all this swag there, and she's like, oh, I worked, helped my mom with, and like they did all this, the patches,
stickers, patches, sewing kits, so you could put the patches on. It was awesome.
Yeah, she did a great job on that. So yeah, if you leave Spice World not swag happy, you missed a spot.
Yeah,
you're gonna be swag happy at a Spice World event.
I don't know if it was Sammy P again. He said this too. Like if you leave Spice World hungry, like lonely or something, like it just really encapsulated what Spice World was about. And it was like, yes, like there's no way you are leaving not swag happy, hungry, lonely, like not having learned something. There's just no way.
Yeah, and Ota Joy called it out in the chat. It's a little bit of a happiness problem, right? For you to win in the prizes at the end, you have to be present to win. And if you're not there, they're going to yell shred it quick. And I think this might have been the first year ever we only had to yell shred it once, and it was pretty immediate. So I almost feel like that person could have been like on a slow elevator or something, but like everybody was there because everyone sticks around to the end because you're going to get, there's great prizes that you got a shot to win, but there's a shot at swag. And there's our buddy Glenn Pitchford won the second annual Shirt Off My Back Award.
Yes.
Right? We brought him on stage for that. So yeah. You can leave. You shouldn't leave hungry. You shouldn't leave non-networked, and you shouldn't leave swag-free when it comes to Spice World, right?
100%.
So yeah, okay. I think it's time.
It's time.
And we'll come back. At the end, we'll wrap it up. But I think it's time to share what the Spice Workers consider going glitchy. So check out this blooper reel from the War of the Spice World movie. Check it out right now.
IT or not IT? That is the question.
Everybody's gonna have to reboot, and I do mean everybody.
Just the moon? Just Earth? No way. Aliens. Trust me, they need a help desk solution.
We're gonna blow this out. So we're not gonna use the AT&T Conference Center next year. We're gonna use the AT&T Stadium. Every IT professional in the world.
Revenue, optimization, business, vision, accelerate, velocity.
Processing, beep boop, bop, 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 AI, neural networks training.
Can you hear me, Jeff? Am I audible?
Hello? Is anyone in there?
Is this thing on? What's going on?
By spicier, I mean like human and funny and silly, but also like smart. And also free socks help. Just remind them about the free socks.
What? I don't. What? We gotta frantically move our hands! Come on!
What is this?
Ooh, and that defying gravity, defying grav IT. Get it? We could do our own version of Wicked.
Forget the space battle. Let's go with the multiverse theme, which is perfect for AI.
Aliens, interdimensional beings. We could create different branches of the Cloud Help Desk for different branches of reality.
We can have IT pros visit the Ewok village to rescue Tilly Norwood.
A giant, we can get one of those mega buses and we can hit the cruise.
We're gonna use their huge monitor. We're gonna light that thing up. We can't have any blue screens of death on this thing though.
Wow, I'm glitching out. Oh, okay. Very.
Open up that terminal. Come on.
OpenAI's got nothing on me. ChatGPT, go home. Sora, move over. Gemini, go home. Peterbot is here.
Interdimensional beings, interplanetary gods. I don't know, but we need to be there right now.
And I think we can still get you and Chelsea in space. How far are you from Houston?
Send to Florida. She knows people.
Jeff, are you even listening?
Beep boop, beep boop, boop boop, boop boop, boop.
What's the budget for a dance number? No, a mob flash. A flash mob. Ooh, ha! I love it. I'm just going like a mile a minute over here.
We gotta get this Peterbot thing off the ground. I just need a few $1 million and 5 data centers.
Why do people keep bringing me birthday cake? I do not understand.
We're gonna come back on stage together. Not back on stage. Come on stage together. We're gonna come on stage together. We're gonna have some spotlights.
The vendor wants to bring a panda.
You remember that song Under the Sea from, the Disney movie? Instead, we could do Under IT. Because, you're always under the desks plugging things in and ports and stuff like that.
Not.
Under IT. Da, 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 da. Under IT. Darling, it's better down where there's fiber. Take it from me. Yeah?
What's going on? We need to fix this.
You don't even need to do effects. I'm glitching out. Okay.
We need to be in shadow dimensions between dimensions.
Oh my god, is the internet down yet again?
Let me try that again. Lost my breath.
What if I just meditate? Okay, that's fine. The other hand. Everything's inverted.
Remember the cloud help desk and space thing? Be above the clouds help desk.
IT or not IT? That is the question.
Everybody's gonna have to reboot, and I do mean everybody.
Just the moon? Just Earth? No way.
All right.
Oh my
Sorry,
goodness.
we looked there.
We looked.
we had a live in there. So.
There was a theme. There is a theme. When
Well,
a spice worker glitches out, it's all about the hands. The hands are
it's
doing
a lot of hands.
all the things. We're
That's what
glitching,
Sam
we're
is like.
glitching.
Frantically move our hands. IT Monkey Mike loves your outtakes. He said your outtakes are the best.
Oh,
Because I think because you did a little bit of sing along and stuff, but I don't know, man. Loopers on the bloopers, yes. But having Ryan he got so into it when we were filming, and then he's like, oh, I just thought of one other thing. I was like, send me just a video of it, we'll just add it in later. And then he was just like, above the clouds help desk. I don't know where I was watching it. I was like, yeah. And if you know Ryan, you definitely appreciate that.
Yep.
So,
yep.
But yeah.
Business, velocity, synergy.
Yes, in the chat they said, yes, let the vendor bring a panda by our buddy Patrick.
That'd be awesome. I was really hoping for real life goats.
Yeah.
Pandas.
Yeah.
Pandas
Let's
would
try
be
it.
better.
Yeah.
Mike, you taking notes? We need pandas next year.
A spice panda. Can that be a thing? We can make it happen. But yeah, again, thank you guys for giving us the honor and privilege of doing this, because we're having fun, because we know you're going to enjoy it, and then we enjoy it in turn. So we do it all for you. So thank you for letting us do it. And
thank you.
If you have any suggestions, maybe we put a little suggestion box of just like, okay, we got people all over the world. How do we make a movie together? Maybe not over remote cameras. So put that in your thinking cap. But yeah.
Something to think about for next year.
Kung Fu Spice Panda. Mike's already contacting his panda connection, so we're working on it.
Perfect.
So yeah, but Chelsea, thank you again for joining me here today for the recap, as well for SpiceWorld. I think we're gonna have more coming in 2026.
Yeah, keep an eye out for registration update.
Yeah, or maybe SpiceWorld somewhere else too.
Ooh.
Maybe, we don't know. But if you want to keep track of where we are, I think we're going to come back in studio on December 19th, where we can have an end of year holiday type blowout stream before you pack it up for the year. So Chelsea, I'm going to give you the final words before we wrap today.
Wow, the
No
final
pressure,
words.
yes.
Okay, so SpiceWorld is where it's at. If you weren't able to attend this year, definitely attend next year, because I'm going to be there for sure. Jeff's going to be there for sure. SpiceWorks is going to be there for sure, and all your favorite people in the community. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to make these blockbusters and have these streams, and thank you for tuning in. I hope that everyone has a really safe and happy Thanksgiving holiday if you're celebrating. And if not, just enjoy a few days off. Yeah.
Yes, we will take the days off because all the other days we'll end it with we have to tech ourselves or we'll wreck ourselves. So yeah, we'll see you soon. Take care.